So we're on Monday morning. I've got a cold as well. I think I had a bit of a cold last week, but I'm being very brave. Oh, I might get caught up here. This fella's been trying to get past me for ages. No, he's alright. Yeah, I'm being very brave and I'm soldiering on. Very pleased. I did a little live stream yesterday. I was very pleased with it. "77 people watched it. Big numbers, that. Gave away who I worked for as well, for the more observant of you. Thing with a live stream as well, it's not on there for you to watch now, because you do your live stream and then at the end of it, it gives you the option to then upload what you've just done. And I didn't bother. I deleted it. Just because of the data issues, to be honest. No other reason. I absolutely hammered my data this month. I get 50 gig on my phone and I haven't got much of it left at all. In fact, I'm gonna have to wait till I get home to upload this video. So, job has changed again. Only a little bit though. So it was supposed to be one delivery in Modena, or just outside Modena, actually near Campo Galliano, but now it's 2. So I'm still going to the place near Campo, but now I'm going somewhere else after that as well, in the same sort of area. Which works out better actually. Make today last a little bit longer. So it'll be tipping Modena, basically Modena times 2. And then head back, in fact head back this way across the A21. And for those of you that know the way from like the Mont Blanc down to Modena, I'm aware that this is slightly longer, but I'm missing Milan out coming this way. I could have got past Milan on Saturday morning and parked further down, but I didn't want to park down there, so I've come this way. And yeah, so it misses all at Milan out basically. So although it's longer, it's almost certainly quicker. So we'll be coming back this way, A21, and then A26 down to Genoa, which brings us the right side of the bridge. So I won't have to worry about coming through Genoa. And then along the coast then, out through past Savona, through Ventimiglia, and then almost certainly not actually going into Monaco, pretty sure anyway. I'm going to meet customer at the Monaco Péage. It's junction 57, 58 La Turbie. But you can't get off at La Turbie coming from Ventimiglia. You have to go down to the First Nice junction, turn around and come back. So I'm going to come off at 59, I think. I think it's junction 59. And you go down very nearly into Monaco and then come back up and actually rejoin the motorway at La Turbie, which is where he wants to meet me, in the parking area there. So that's what we're going to do. So that's delivery 1 done. Oh, that's 10 minutes. And they give me a massive sticker. They had a couple out on the reception desk when I went, and I was dead cheeky and asked for one. And she let me have one of the stickers. Oh, aye, phone's going. I don't even know where the phone is. Come back to you. Spam call. I get loads of them on my work phone. Somebody from the life insurance review team. I get loads of them. I'm calling about the accident you had. And depending on my mood and what I'm doing at the time, I will try and keep them on the phone for as long as I possibly can. Maybe that's why I keep getting them. I don't know. Maybe I've done it to myself. Maybe they called once, had me on the phone for half an hour, realised I was winding them up and cut me off, which they always do in the end. But maybe that's why I get so many calls. Maybe it's payback. I don't know. So we're coming up to Campo Galliano. Coming in from the back really, but I will drive into the industrial estate at Campo and show you the restaurant. Another very popular, and I've never ever understood this, very popular place, and it is an absolute dump. I mean, the place is awful. Do you know, I can't even remember how to get there. It's been that long since I've been. I think you're straight on here, don't you? Maybe second roundabout and turn left. So that would be this one, wouldn't it? Yeah, coming from the motorway, this would be the second roundabout. And turn left, go to the end and turn right, and it should be on me right. I used to log groupage off this industrial estate for a company called Ital Sempione. And we used to do subbing for Norfolk Line, pulling Norfolk Line trailers. And they'd always massively overload you. Do you know, I'm not sure I'm right here. Where is it? Is it here? It's here! It's here, I found it! Yes. It's such a special place, this. Oh. Full of Turkish. In fact, so he's Turkish in front of me. These lads on the left are all, I think they are Iranian. Are they Iranian? Yeah, they're all from Iran. Breaking up pallets and stuff like that, because they'll light themselves a little fire later. Oh, just spotted something. We'll drive round and have a look at that. Yeah, this is Campo. It's an absolute... Oh, it's awful. It's awful. Well, people park here. They keep coming back. Oh, look at these. These Iranians are always good for a couple of classic Scanias. So we'll go. That one. 113400. And look at those two there. Look at that. It's a classic, innit, that? Well, that's a right old beast. 143360. Don't know. FH16. Version 1 FH16. All knocked about a bit. All these are Turkish. They did have barriers up here years ago, and you had to pay, but all that's fallen by the wayside now. And that is Campo Galliano. That's my second delivery done. Only in there half an hour. Don't look very truck friendly, does it? It's SP classification, Strada Provinciale, so it's a proper road. It's not some back straight. There's no weight limit on it. Car coming flying around there, a bloke on the phone. Very typical of Italy, this road. Very typical. Somebody made a really good point actually. I was talking to somebody last week and we were talking about weight limits, and because a lot of the time in my line of work you do generally have to disregard weight limits, unfortunately, to get to where you need to be. And he said something I'd never actually thought of before. He said if it's a 7.5 ton weight limit, that generally means you can get through, they just don't want you there. But if it's a 3.5 ton weight limit, they generally mean it. Like, generally because you can't get through. That actually made perfect sense to me. Speeding fines in Italy now. If you get done by a speed camera in Italy, they'll track you down in the UK and send you the fine. I know this because one found me at work a couple of months ago. One came through the post for me. Germany's gone the same as well. Just making my way back out to the motorway and then start heading across. Initially back towards Piacenza, then Alessandria, pick up the signs for Genoa. But I don't want to go down the A7 because that brings me out the wrong side of the bridge. I want to go down the A26, plus the A26 is a much better road than the A7. Tuesday morning. My videos always seem to take me to the same places. I always seem to do videos when I'm going to the same places. Heading down the big hill into Genoa. Well, not into Genoa because we're going to split off. Go the other way, so we're not going to see anything in Genoa. Finished pretty early last night. I stopped on the last services before Genoa. I can't remember what they're called. Well, I suppose you could argue that this is the last services before Genoa, but the last services before this service is because all the service areas now, and this is a really good example of this one, start getting really small. You get down to the coast and turn right, all the services along there are really, really small, not much parking at all. So as time starts to get on a bit, parking becomes increasingly more difficult to find. It's not increasingly more difficult, it's increasingly difficult. No need for the more. as a port to go and catch a ferry from, Genoa's far more civilised than the likes of Ancona and even Bari. Oh, people say Bari. I always say Bari. I don't know which one it is. It's one of them though. And Venice. Although they don't go out of Venice anymore, they go out of Mestre, and I've never been out of Mestre. Oh, looks fairly civilised. Oh well, when they used to go out of there, looked fairly civilised. You drive down, park yourself in a lane, go and get your ticket from the check-in office. All very, very straightforward at Venice. And then as soon as the boat came in, everybody started doing their own thing. Everybody started to go at once. The crossing from Venice down to Greece, down to Patras, that is one grim boat. That's the worst boat I've ever been on. 36 hours on Anek lines, on the Criti 2, the banana boat. They called it the banana boat because it was shaped like a banana, had a proper bow in it from front to back. It was a horrible thing. Absolutely rammed in the summer. People sleeping in the corridors, people sleeping out on deck. It was an awful thing. 4 to a cabin, 36 hours, absolutely nothing to do. Horrible thing. I found this morning, I found 2 videos that I made in 2010. No talking. I think, do you know, I only watched one, I can't remember. Oh yeah, one of them's going down to a very small German-Swiss border at a place called Ramsen, and the other one's coming out of Switzerland on the same trip to the Thaingen border at Schaffhausen. And Thaingen and Ramsen are next door to each other, but going in the mornings, if you could get your customs done for Ramsen, it was always empty, it was always dead clear. There was a massive queue at Thaingen, but you could go in at Ramsen without an issue. It'd take 2 minutes. They're saying there's no talking, it's just driving down. If you want me to, if anybody's any interest in watching those, just drop it in the comments, and I will grab them back onto my phone and stick them up. I also found a 1 minute 25 second video of me. That's a cracking view of Genoa port there. Make a really good photo of that. If you could stop and do the truck with the port in the background there, that'd make a really good photo. I think the police might have something to say about that. Yeah, I found a 1 minute 25 second video of me as a passenger in a Porsche GT3 RS at a track in Portugal, being taken around by one of their race instructors. Just, it's like 1 minute 25 seconds on the outlap. So the first like 4 or 5 corners. and if anybody's any interest in watching that, drop that in the comments as well, and I will upload that, because it contains no critical information at all. I mean, there's another one, there's no talking in it. The car sounds really good though. It's one of my favourite cars, that GT3 RS. Approaching the border at Ventimiglia. Menton, Ventimiglia. It's Ventimiglia on this side, it's Menton on the other side. This is the last péage in Italy. We're dropping to France here. And lots of tunnels down this A10. It's not a great motorway all the way around. From here all the way around to the top of the SS1 really isn't great. After Genoa, it's really hard work. Heading down towards La Spezia. Not my favourite region of Italy, and when we drop into France, it's not my favourite region of France either, as I've mentioned before. And when you come off the motorway, everything's really narrow. All the streets are really narrow, everything's on a hill, so you're either going uphill, downhill. You're going around really tight corners, really obscure angles. It's not fun. You know, I'm thinking about it now, all this coastline, all the way down through Spain, I can't be doing with any of it. Inland, yeah, fine. There's something about this Mediterranean coast I just don't like. payday soon, so we'll take a chance. There we go. Flashed in as well. Very rarely get flashed in Italy. And if you do, it's normally by other nationalities other than Italians. Be in France very shortly. And then about another half an hour down to Monaco. Not actually going into Monaco, which is a good thing. Go. France. That's where all the money is, down on the left hand side. Get these, well, there's two collections, two separate collections, but both, two separate customers, but both in the same spot. Get these on, but that'll take a couple of hours that to organise and get everybody sorted out. Let's start making my way home. That train, that microwave, does my head in, and I've only got myself to blame. I always forget. Well, you'd think a microwave in a truck, they would expect it to be moving around. Cracking view down to Monaco on my left hand side there, right up the side of the mountain here. I shouldn't really be on this road as well, as 19 ton weight limit, but it takes away the necessity of going down to Nice, turning down and coming back. This road rejoins the motorway at the junction I want to be at. But if I get seen by the police. There's things clattering around in here everywhere, isn't there? You get seen by the police, I won't get stopped and I will get fined. But never mind. I won't pay it, so. Well, that's not really the attitude to have, but it is generally the dumb thing at this company to do this. So the chances of getting stopped are just minuscule, like really, really very small. I've done this so many times. I have to cut this video short as well for the trip back because I'm running out of memory. I'm a fan of a long clip now, especially on something like this. Actually breaking two laws here now because I'm overweight and I'm over length. Just keep following the signs for Nice. That was a good little example of why you shouldn't, if you ride a motorbike or two-wheeled anything, when you're going down a blind bend, you shouldn't stay on the white line. It's likely you'll meet something coming the other way that needs a little bit of your side of the road. So I'm loaded in Monaco now. Well, not in Monaco, just outside. I've just come off the motorway. and encountered a large group of protesters. I'm not sure what they're protesting about, to be honest. Some are fuel protesters, but there's something else going on as well. I can't remember what. There's some people protesting about something else that's going on in France. I can't remember what. Somebody was telling me yesterday. I can't remember. You'll see them very shortly. I actually want to turn round at this roundabout and come back this way. They don't appear to be hindering the flow of traffic at all. You can get a bit of a look at them there. Oh, they've got a fire and a drum going. A protest wouldn't be a protest unless somebody had a fire and a drum. Let's open the window. I think they are actually talking to people down here. You can't blame them for the solidarity, can you? They've got a fair fire going there, haven't they? That looks as though they've had the road blocked. And we'll see how they react to me being a brake. Oh, there's a Polish fella, and he was give him a little wave. A little wave never goes amiss. They love a little wave. So we want to go back. Always stuff falling off me top bed. Big thud, that was a water bottle. There you go. Little blow of the horn. God, that absolutely stinks, that fire. I don't know what they've been burning. They've had that motorway blocked off with that burning stuff, definitely. Ooh, don't know. Some more there on the left. This is what I want. Just want to pull in here for a break. That'll do. So it's 5:30 on, what day is it? Wednesday. Still making, can't talk. Still making my way up through France. I've got an hour's driving left before I need a break, but I'm going to call it a day, sort of somewhere within the hour basically. I'm going to knock it on the head for today. I was going to start pretty early in the morning, but I've decided against that because there would be a slight benefit, but to be honest, it's negligible. So I ain't going to do that. If there was a proper benefit to it, I would, absolutely, but there isn't, so. Plus, I'm not that desperate to get home on Friday early, because Friday's my last day. I finish on Friday, so I'm not too bothered. Friday will probably be quite a drawn out day anyway for a couple of different reasons. So yeah, I'm going into Chelsea, tipping Chelsea, come back out to walking, offloading walking, and then back round to the yard, which is in Suffolk. Just for timings, because the Chelsea one, I really want to get that done before the worst of the traffic starts. So the guys agreed to meet me at 6 AM. Yeah, it's not in Chelsea really. It's a bit west of Chelsea, but it's down that way. So yeah, in early, get that off. Out, tip walking, that'll only take 15 minutes, tip walking, and then back round to the yard, throw one off there, and then done, all done. Fill my car with junk and set off home. The 4-hour drive home, 4 hours with no traffic, 6 or 7 hours with traffic. But 4 hours with no traffic, and that's it then, until next year. So I did have somewhere in mind to park as well, but I'm just not going to make it by about 15 minutes. And it's not worth having a break just to go that little bit extra. Because I've got the daily driving time left, but I just don't want to have another break and carry on driving again. So I'll find somewhere just before. It makes no difference to tomorrow. It's actually a place I quite like to weekend. But if it was for a weekend, I'd have the break and I'd go there. But it isn't. It's only for tonight, so I'll find somewhere else. Yeah, that's it. Over on the train tomorrow. Job done. Finally made my way all the way back through France, and just about to enter the Genoa terminal. See how busy it is today. It's so hit and miss down here. The days you come in and there's just no one here, and the other days you come in and it's just mental, and there are trucks everywhere and there's no way of knowing. That thing gets on my nerves, a lane departure thing. on the English side, it's not too bad. Normally, generally, in the mornings, it's okay. It's pretty quiet, especially if you go pretty early. It's pretty quiet. And as the day goes on, it gets busier and busier and busier. Sort of into the evening, and then it starts to get quieter again. Normally. But on this French side, it's just, you've just no idea what you're going to get until you get here. You can get the app, and the app's supposed to give you delays and stuff like that, but I find the app unreliable. It's busy. Seven departures an hour, and I'm sure before that matrix sign changed, as I read it then, I'm sure it said it's an hour and a half to check in, but we'll see for ourselves in a minute. Definitely busy. There's all the trucks there. Oh well. At least it's fairly ordered here. Oh yeah, that's really busy, that. Why is it so busy? I don't understand. Why on earth it's so busy today? Oh well. Can't be out. I've got to get across. It's even busy inside the terminal. I'm tempted to go for the boat. I'm tempted to go and excuse me, go and have a look. Let's go and have a look at the ferry. Why not? If I'm going to sit anywhere, I'd rather sit there than here. What I could do is actually park up and go early hours. But I'm not going to. If the boat's really busy, I might even end up coming back here. See what the situation is. The only thing I don't like about catching the ferry is that initially when you get into the port and start going through the controls and that like heartbeat area and infrared area. There's no system in place. So everybody's just pushing and shoving all the time, and then when you get to check-in, through check-in, it goes back down to like 2 lanes, 3 lanes for passport control. Again, it's just a massive scrum of trucks, and nobody wants to let anybody else go. There's just no system in place to make it all work. Where at the train there sort of is. There's only a tiny little bit between check-in and French customs where you're not all marshalled and kept in lanes properly. On the right hand side there. If that place is even still open. I haven't been in there for absolutely years. Illegal immigrant. Sorry, we're supposed to call them migrants now, aren't we? It's funny about, they go on the news about all the women and children here. I can't honestly say I've ever seen one. Seen thousands of men in their early 20s committing crime. And I'll tell you, if you're of the opinion that you feel sorry for them and they're just trying to come to our country to get a better life for themselves, then you are deluded. I can honestly say that they are thugs and criminals who are intent on coming to our country because they see us as an easy target. We are an easy target in the UK. If it was asylum, genuine asylum they were seeking, they should have claimed that asylum lots and lots of countries ago. And if you disagree with that, feel free to message me and I'll bring you down here at 1 o'clock in the morning, drop you off down on the dunes, and I'll soon make a victim out of you. This place is constantly changing now. I haven't been down here for ages and ages and ages, months and months. All this roadworks is new to me. Sure, something else has changed, no doubt. It changes every time I come here, one way or another. Yeah, all this is new to me. To be honest, it doesn't look as bad as the train. I mean, the queuing, but don't know, it's actually pretty bad in there. You know, I'm tempted to go back. Really tempted to go back. There's madness in there as well. Oh, I just want to go home. Dilemma. Used to come over here and just go straight in. Just go straight down there. None of this stuff on the right has anything to do with us. It's pretty chaotic in here, isn't it? Oh dear. Do you know what? I think I've made a decision. Spin it. I'm gonna go back for the train. Oh dear. Never mind. Little ride up here. Cost me 20 minutes. At least down at the train it's civilised. Plus, I did make sure I had enough milk for at least a couple of coffees before I got up here. Oh dear. Oh, that's normally where you go, up there. So there must be a new road around here. Where is that? Oh, don't know. There is another way out along through the dunes, over the level crossing and turn left. Nice trip round the roundabout, which is the way it seems we are going. So up here to the roundabout and turn left. Down there over the level crossing, immediately after the level crossing, turn left. Oh, to go back to the train though, you can go straight on, but I'm going to stick with doing this. That's taking us back into the port there. Old V12 Jag, old smoker. Let's go this way. Little tour of Cali. Down here, level crossing, chuck a left. Down to the end, turn right. Assuming that's open. Of all the hundreds and hundreds, possibly even over 1,000, I don't know, times I've been to Calais port, I've never actually been into the town. This is always a really good spot for the immigrants to climb aboard for you stopping at the junction here. What they do like to do is when you're turning right there, because you come down here and get fuel, you come up here and turn right to go into the port. They like to cross the road very, very, very slowly in front of you at that junction, which they know you're stopping at anyway, and then they'll swarm around the back of the trailer and do their very best to get on board. They used to allow parking all the way down here, so you'd come down here on a Sunday afternoon and there'd be just trucks parked absolutely everywhere down here. There's one on the left. They've put all these boulders in now, no parking, and it's always dodgy parking down here. AS24. More immigrants. More on the left there. They will just throw stuff at the truck occasionally. There's not a great deal you can do, to be honest. You've just got to keep going. Brief tour of Calais Port entrance and Dunes Industrial Estate. Let's go back for the train.